Hello students, today we will learn 8085 microprocessor programming. I expect from you that you have learned the basic architecture of 8085, its pin diagram and its instruction sets. Okay, now I will start. First of all, you have learned that 8085 microprocessor is governed by a clock generator which have the frequency of 5 megahertz. Okay, this is denoted in a pin diagram of 8085 by two pins, pin number 1 and pin number 2. Between these two pins we have to put a crystal generator input as shown in pin configuration as X1 and X2 pin. Okay, these two pins will generate required frequency f. Suppose that 8085 clock frequency is 5 megahertz. From this we can calculate the clock time period t, which will be 1 upon 5 10 to the power 6, that will be come out in 0.2 microsecond. And in the diagram it is shown what is the t. T is the time period actually of clock frequency. T is the minimum time for which a processor, here a microprocessor, processes its instructions. Okay. Machine cycle, or you can say instruction cycle. One machine cycle includes many instruction cycle, means a minimum time consumed by processor to perform or execute a particular instruction is called as a instruction cycle. Okay, in 8085 the minimum time to perform a particular instruction is 4t. 4t means 4 into 0.2 microsecond. 0.2 you know is the time period of 8085 frequency, that is 5 megahertz. This will be 4 into 0.2 means 0.8 microsecond, means at a minimum 0.8 microsecond is required to perform its instructions. But there are so many instructions in instruction set. You have learned that the data transfer instructions, move, etc., and you have learned logical instructions as add, add, ORA, etc., and many types of instruction we have learned. But all instruction not consume 40 states. There are subcategories. Let us learn one by one. First of all, data transfer instructions and rotate instructions, means RLC, RAL, etc. All rotate instructions. Okay, data transfer instructions. All these instructions consume 4 T states. Some special types, means you can learn that minimum time period required is 40 states. Some instructions consume more T states. In the second column you can see that some special type of instructions are here, which shows the required time period consumed, such as if you talk about DCXH, this is the instruction related to HL register pair. Okay, there are two registers are involved in this operation, hence the consumed clock period will be more, and that this is 60. Next, MVI is the data transfer instruction, but here I is involved. I means immediate type addressing mode is used. Then there we need to input 8-bit data to be transferred. Hence, this instruction required 70 states. Not even MVI, any immediate type of instructions will require 70 states. Any means MVI, ANI. ANI is also immediate type instructions. ANI is add immediate, add accumulator with immediate data. Okay, these immediate type of instructions require 70 states. Next, out port. Out, this instruction is needed if we want to display our result, then we need this instruction, and this instruction require 10 T state. This is the maximum time requirement by any instructions. Okay, next, JMP instructions also require 10 T states. JMP is the jump instructions. Okay, there are two type of jump instructions, conditional jump and unconditional jump. I expect from you that you have learned. Okay, next, LXIH. Here it is also immediate addressing, but the difference between MVI and LXI, the required data is not 8 bit. Required data is to be transferred is 16 bit. Here we have to transfer the 8 bit. Here we have to transfer 16 bit data to required place register. Hence, naturally this instruction will consume higher T states, and this T states will be 10 T. Okay, this is all about the required T states by any instructions in 8085 microprocessor. Okay, let us discuss timer delay counters. First of all, we will discuss 8-bit counter. Okay, this is very small program related to 8-bit counter. Here, first instruction is MVIC count, means we have to put here the value of count to be stored in register C, count register. Okay, and since this is immediate addressing, hence this instruction will consume 70 time states. And next instruction is DCRC, decrement in count register C by 1. Okay, this instruction will consume 40 states. Now J and Z back, this is jump instruction, and I said earlier that there are two types of jump instruction. First is conditional and second one is unconditional. Unconditional jump, you have learned JMP, which consume 20 states, but it is a conditional jump, means jump non-zero, jump when non-zero. What is the non-zero value? The count, if count register is not equal to 0, then and only then this instruction will jump. Then this instruction will lead to this program to shift in this address, which is back, DCRC, and this process will continue up to C is not equal to 0. Hence, this is the small loop. Now we will calculate the time states consumed. Now it is important point, J and Z will consume 10T or 70. Okay, you learn this point carefully. First of all, there are two time consumption in the same instruction, 10T and 70. When it will consume 10T and when it will consume 70. Okay, DCRC, suppose that if C is equals to 3, okay, then after executing this instruction, C will be equals to 3 minus 1 equals to 2. Okay, then J and Z will lead this program to be jump in back address. Okay, and again C value will be decremented by 1 equals to 1, and again this process will continue up to the last stage, the last loop where C equals to 1, and after decrement it will become to 0. And now J and Z back, मतलब क्या हो जाएगा यहाँ पर, jump when non zero, means in this state c is equal to 0 and there will be no further jump. This is the last state. In this last state the time consumption will be 70 and all loops will consume 10t states only. I am discussing about only this instruction. Okay, 10t will be consumed all loops and 70 will be consumed by final loop. Okay, now let us calculate total t states required to execute the program. Okay, total t states equals to, means first of all when the program will start, first 70 will be consumed to execute this instruction. Okay, plus if c equals to n, means the count value is n, then I can say that then I can say that this loop will run by n minus 1 times completely, and last loop will learn only in this direction and it will not jump to this location. Okay, then I can say n minus 1 means this is the loop times. Okay, in one loop the time consumption will be 40 and 10t. In one loop 40 and 10t will be consumed if the jump is executed to back address, hence 40 plus 10t. Okay, and in last loop there will be 40 for DCRC and 70 for J and Z back. Okay, this is the last loop and this is the n minus 1 loop. Okay, what will be the value? 70 plus n minus 1 into 14t, okay, plus 11t. This is the total consumption. Now suppose that the count value is n equals to 5, then total t states will, what will be the total t states? (7t) plus, first of all I write the formula n minus 1 which I calculated back. Say n minus 1 into 14t. I can write t in multiplier. Okay, this. Now 7 plus 5 minus 1, n is equals to 5. 5 minus 1 into 14 plus 11 into t. Okay, now this will be 74t. Okay, t, what is the t? T is the time period. If f equals to 2 megahertz, suppose that 2 megahertz, then what will be t? T will be 1 upon 2 into 10 to the power 6, that is 0.5 microsecond. Okay, then total t states is here and total time will be 74 into 0.2 microsecond. This will be 37 microsecond. This is the delay time produced by this small program. Okay, and what about the maximum delay possible from this small program? What will be the maximum delay possible? This can be calculated if we increase the value of n. If we increase this value n, then certainly the time delay will be greater. But what is the maximum limit of n for? Okay, C is the 8-bit register. When what will be the maximum value of C that can be stored here? C is 8-bit register, means maximum value will be all bits can be occupied by 1. Okay, these 1 will be FF. Okay, 1 1 1 1 and last 1 1 1. These are maximum limit of C register. And what is the decimal value of this FF? What will be the value of FF? This will be 255. Okay, now if we put n equals to 255, then we will have maximum delay possible. Then after calculation, this will be come out as 1787 microsecond. This is the maximum delay possible from this small program. Okay. Now, time delay using 16-bit counter. From this counter, we can produce much more higher delay from in comparison to 8-bit timer. Okay, this is the first instruction. LXI B means load immediate BC registers by immediate 16-bit data. This will consume 10T as you learned earlier. And DCX decrement this BC register. Okay, DCX and DCR. What is the difference between DCR and DCX? You have learned in instruction set. Okay, DCR will be executed for 8-bit registers only, and DCX is used for register pair. Here B is written means both registers are used, and these registers will be known as register pair, means BC. B will be 8-bit higher address and higher location, and C will be 8-bit lower location. This is called as a register pair. Okay, and this after the execution of this instruction, there will be decrement in BC registers, and the decrement will start from C register and onwards. Okay, this will consume 60 states. MOVC, the data contained in C register will be copied to accumulator, and this will consume 40 ORA. ORing between the contents of register A means accumulator, and B means there will be ORing logical operation between two registers. Here A is default, which is not shown, and B is register shown. Means the two data will be ORed, and the result will be stored in again in accumulator as defined earlier, that accumulator is related to store. Accumulator is dedicated to store result. Okay, after each instruction execution 40 states will be consumed here, and J and Z, this is conditional jump instruction, and all explanation will be as earlier. 10T will be consumed in loop operation, and 10T means 10T will be consumed in loop operation, and 7T will be consumed in when does not occur any loop. Okay, means final loop, the J and Z will consume 70 steps, and earlier loops n-1 loops will consume this instruction 10T steps. Okay, now let's calculate the time delay produced by this instruction. Okay, total number of T states equals to 10 plus. Now the counter the loop will start from here, and 60, 40 and 10T. Okay, this is the loop consumption time. Means and what about the loop timing? Loop will run n-1 times. N is the counter register value. Okay, n-1. Okay, n-1 into 6 plus 4 plus 4 plus 10. Okay, plus what about the last loop? In last loop 6 plus 4 plus 4 plus 7. After calculation, the total time T states will be 10 plus n-1 into 24 plus 21, and this will be come out as 24n plus 7n. By using required value of n, we can calculate the required delay. Okay, first of all, we can say about what will be the maximum delay possible from this program. This will be calculated. This can be calculated by using the appropriate value of n. What is the maximum value of n possible here? N is the number which can be written in register pair BC. BC is used for storing this n, means the BC is a 16-bit register, and we can write 16-bit. We can write at maximum 16-bit by the data of FF. This is the maximum number which can be stored in BC register pair. And what is the maximum value of this? This will be 65535. Okay, this will be the decimal equivalent of this value, and by putting the value of n equals to 65,535, we can calculate the required time delay. We can calculate the delay produced, maximum delay produced, which will be as 0.786425 second. Okay, this is second. 0.7864 second will be. Okay.